FL Studio 2026. In this video, we'll take you through all the new features and plugins in FL Studio 2026.1, including the completely rebuilt Flex synthesizer, the brand new transmitter transient splitter, cloud backup for your projects, loop starter updates, channel rack, playlist, piano roll and mixer workflow improvements, new tools including an audio logger and chord detection, plus improvements to Gopher, scripting and more. New plugins. New Flex. FL Studio's most popular flagship preset-based instrument has been rebuilt from the ground up. Flex continues to provide quick access to polished, production-ready sounds without requiring detailed synthesis knowledge. The update includes a significantly improved internal synthesis and effects processing engine with up to 50% CPU usage reduction in some cases when using updated packs. Additionally, larger multi-sample heavy patches like pianos and orchestral instruments load faster. The UI has been overhauled with content discovery and inspiration in mind. Existing users will find the familiar controls here. If you're looking for a color scheme closer to the old Flex, you can check out the themes here. Blue Alt is closest to Flex as it was before. And if this still looks too different for you, you can move the patch browser to the left here. Importantly, previous Flex packs continue working within the new Flex. Although they can't take advantage of its extended capabilities, where available, updating packs will unlock those features. The new Flex launches with an updated factory library containing everything you would want from a workhorse synth or sampling engine. Transmitter is a transient splitting plugin that isolates the transient and sustain components of any sound for precise, independent control. But wait, there's more. Anytime you use Transmitter, its TSS envelope will become available as an internal controller. Component can be shaped separately, and both are available as dedicated output channels, allowing you to route transient and sustain to different mixer tracks. This enables advanced processing workflows that go well beyond traditional transient shaping. Loop Starter can now pull from a much larger library of sounds when you're subscribed to FL Cloud Plus or Pro. There is a much greater likelihood of coming up with a combination that is entirely unique. Its specific menus are now accessible via an arrow button next to the Loop Starter dice controls for better menu visibility. Project Backup. You can now upload your project files to FL Cloud as an off-site backup solution right inside FL Studio. This is a great option when you're working on a project across different machines, or if you want to migrate computers. All FL Studio users get 500 megabytes cloud storage for free, and if you need more, you can get FL Cloud Plus or Pro with up to 1 terabyte of storage available. It's private, it's encrypted, and we never use it to train AI. Gopher Updates. Gopher has been upgraded. It can now read and change certain parameters in your project. You can tell it to color tracks, sort them by name, or set mixer levels and routing. Think of it as your studio assistant, so you can spend more time on the creative stuff. We do not collect or use your creative output and will not use any interaction with Gopher to train an AI model. We can now also walk you through your first steps in FL Studio via scripted tutorials. See the Help menu's tutorial section for a list. More to come. Improved scripting support. Gopher is now even better at creating piano roll and VFX scripts on demand. For example, ask Gopher for a piano roll script to remove random notes from a score. Channel rack updates. We've changed the default value of use both mouse buttons in Step Sequencer in the general settings from on to off. However, the right mouse button will also now still delete steps when the option is off, so no need to worry about workflows breaking. In the channel rack menu, you can now sort by channel type. That means sampler channels, instruments or generators, automation clips and audio clips. App-wide improvements. Audio logger. By popular request, FL Studio now includes an option to automatically capture a log of all audio passing through the master mixer track. Similar to dump score log for MIDI, the audio logger continuously records in the background and transfers captured audio directly into Edison on request. This ensures you can recover ideas, performances, or those perfect takes that only seem to happen when you're not recording. Finally, we can settle the age-old question of whether they truly were perfect after all. On the toolbar, we've added a chord detection panel that automatically identifies chords played from MIDI, the typing keyboard to piano, or notes selected in the piano roll, giving you immediate insight into the chords in your project. Right-click to select the delay between input changes and updated detections. The "Don't show this in the future" option on our warning messages has been changed to a more effective "Remember my choice." We remember. Rename pop-ups are now slightly wider. Only slightly though, so you don't run out of things to complain about. The plugin manager has received a couple of improvements. The biggest, most noticeable one is that it's faster now. Especially if you have lots of plugins, you will notice the difference. You can also now control whether Waves plugins are always re-verified on scans with rescan previously verified plugins on. We've also added a warning when rescan all is enabled to prevent accidental very long plugin scans. In the Welcome window, you'll see a new Remix a Song option that loads and stem separates a track in the playlist with a single click. Playlist updates. Audio clip normalization. You can now right-click gain handles on audio clips and choose Normalize selected audio clips with the option to normalize selected clips individually or relative to the loudest clip in the selection. This one was requested a lot too. We've added panning to audio clip properties. You can now pan individual audio clips without making them unique first. There is now a new mouse cursor to distinguish clip resizing from clip stretching mode. When the stretch toggle in the upper left of the playlist is active, you will see the new cursor when hovering over the edge of audio clips. When the typing keyboard to piano roll option is turned off in the toolbar, holding the A key now temporarily switches between resizing and stretching audio clips, like holding Alt to momentarily disable snap. Audio and instrument tracks. When mixer tracks that are part of an audio or instrument track are deleted, FL Studio will now show a pop-up letting you select what to do with the other components of the tracks. New playlist menu options. Automation Clips Reset Remote Controls is a new option to take over manually tweaked controls. Previously, playback would need to be restarted to have the automation clip regain control over a parameter that was manually tweaked during playback. Collapse all grouped tracks. Minimizes the height of all grouped playlist tracks at once. When preparing for performance mode, there is now a pop-up panel to select marker count and spacing. If you don't remember, markers are used to trigger clip stacks in performance mode. Use Select Tracks when samples are dropped to automatically select tracks when samples are dropped onto them. In all standard browser tabs, you can now right-click the header to select Show Sample Waveform. This will display preview waveforms in line. Piano roll updates. By popular demand, we've added user key labels. Right-click any key to select the rename option and enter a new name for the note. You can also change layouts from this menu now, and note names work in all view modes. Stretching selections in the piano roll with the handle on the right-hand side now snaps by default. Use Alt for unsnapped stretching. This harmonizes the behavior with other snapped versus unsnapped editing. Chord Stamp tool. Introducing new top-down and bottom-up modes with voice leading. Top-down lets your melody lead the harmony. The note you click becomes the highest voice of the chord that's built underneath it. Bottom-up is more harmony-driven. FL Studio chooses a chord for you based on where you click. Great for quick ideas and Inspire Me workflows. Chord Progression tool. When typing keyboard to piano roll is on in the toolbar, you can now preview chords on your computer keyboard starting from C5. When editing, the new chord nudge setting allows you to swap chords by clicking and dragging, or slide following chords as you're already used to. In the piano roll menu, exporting to MIDI or score sheet now defaults to the project's data folder when one is set in the project settings. Otherwise, the scores folder in your user folder will be used. Mixer updates. Clicking an unused mixer effect slot now shows only the plugin selection menu, as opposed to the full-fat effect menu, which contains lots of options that aren't needed for empty slots. In the mixer menu and track right-click menu, you can now select Open Audio Editor and Record to record into an Edison instance on the selected mixer track. Plugin updates. Luxverb gained a pitch feed-forward mode, wherein the pitch-shifted audio going into the reverb engine is not fed back into the input of the feedback section, allowing for cleaner overall reverb tails in some situations. Plugin wrapper menu and channel settings menu. We've added a replace option to choose from your plugin database to increase consistency with other parts of FL Studio. MIDI out has a new send program change toggle. This can help prevent certain hardware synthesizers that don't have internal controls to ignore these messages from switching presets accidentally. FL Studio Mobile has received 2 new modules. First, a sound font player module compatible with SF2 sound font banks. And the note arpeggiator, which can turn incoming notes into rhythmic, repeating and repitched patterns. Edison scripts no longer need to be recomputed when clicking accept if a preview already exists. In Patcher, if you're using the latency and CPU statistics per plugin, you can now show info inside modules. This displays the plugin statistics inside the module UI snapshot. When deselected, they're shown above the module UI like it used to be. FPC. You can now drop multiple samples on a pad to create layers instantly. The video player now keeps showing the final frame when the playback position is beyond the end of the video, so the display is not black. In DirectWave, it is now possible to select multiple zones in the list via Shift and click. Emphasis now disables its low latency option when instant recovery is enabled, as the process requires the plugin to have increased latency. MIDI scripting updates. We've added a couple functions and flags to expand the MIDI scripting API. New features include HW-dirty flags for undo and redo operations, set pattern length and increment pattern length function, get swing and set swing functions to get and set channel rack swing values. The built-in hard-coded MCU Mackie Control Universal support has been replaced with a new customizable MCU MIDI script. macOS-specific changes. Apple Silicon Performance. The macOS version now uses Apple's Audio Workgroups API to make sure audio threads work toward a common deadline. This reduces the risk of underruns when audio CPU usage suddenly increases. audio unit plugins on macOS are now at the end of the More Plugins list by default to encourage VST usage for cross-platform compatibility. And that's all the new features and plugins in FL Studio 2026. We hope you'll love it as much as we love giving you lifetime free updates. Remember to check the video description for a link to all the projects made for this video and extra information in the FL Studio manual. Happy music making!